Welcome to the American Gunfighter Podcast. Hosted by your instructors from Ghost Ring Tactical. With their combined experience in the military, law enforcement, firearms instructing industry, and security, they'll be discussing tactics, training, firearms, and equipment to help you become an even better American gunfighter.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the American Gunfighter Show. Tonight, we have a couple special guests. So, first off, we have Micah and Nick with me.
Good evening.
You guys all know who he is. And across from us, we have my wife, Melissa Ryans, and Micah's girlfriend, Sarah Inger. So tonight, we are going to be going through and asking them questions because they have been attending our urban tactics class for the last 3 days. All right, so we've been. I know. I've asked my wife many times if she wanted to take a class. Not sure about you and Sarah.
Yep, we've talked a few times about it.
And we finally got them to I don't know, to pair up, to partner up, to whatever it may be, and attend our urban tactics class.
It's like holding the hands to the bathroom. Like they can't go to the bathroom by themselves.
Oh, stop it.
So they have to go pee together.
Got it.
It's much. I feel like it's very similar.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow.
So they've just completed the past 3 days of urban tactics. There's still 1 day left where they have to do their final test tomorrow. But we figured since we had them here at class, we might as well bring them on the show and talk to them a little bit about questions that we have for them. And then we're going to open it up for questions for them to ask us. So you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I thought this was my idea.
This was your idea.
This was my idea.
We'll go with that. We can go with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I second that. I thought it was a great change.
All my
you know?
guys at home, we know how to answer that question. Sure. It was your idea.
Okay.
It's a great idea.
That's fine.
Great idea.
That's fine.
So we have our questions written out here. We're going to go kind of back and forth. So I will ask the first question. This will be for both of you. I'll ask Melissa for your answer first. What fears did you have before attending this class?
Mine was all based on you and like
Okay.
what you thought of me.
Okay.
Basically, it's always that way.
It says a lot.
Okay.
I don't want to disappoint you. You run the company. I don't want to embarrass you in front of all of our guys. That was my
You don't want to embarrass
biggest
yourself
fear.
in front of the guys. I remember you saying before that you're like, oh, I don't want to, if I get out there and I shoot bad, I don't want that to be a reflection of you.
Yeah.
No,
I shot worse on the line than I did in any of the stations
drills?
that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Okay.
least I thought I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
that
how
was
do
my
you-
biggest fear.
And how are those fears now? 3 days into it, do you still have those
No.
fears? They're gone.
No.
Okay.
Now I'm fearing getting shot tomorrow with the airsoft.
But,
That's it.
But think about this though. So you had those fears when you started. They're gone now.
Yeah.
So the fears you have with being shot tomorrow,
It's all new.
they'll all be gone.
You guys saw me the
Yeah,
first day.
I
I was
know.
like,
Shaking.
I was shaking so bad.
on the line.
BGs,
Yes.
hands,
Yeah.
sweating.
Bubble guts.
Yes.
Yeah, nervous.
Yes. So bad. So bad.
Okay. All right, good. Sarah.
Pretty much the same.
Okay.
Just being proficient with handling a gun, safety of owning a gun,
Okay.
not muzzling anybody,
Okay.
and making Micah proud.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
the one that taught me.
Yeah.
I just want to prove myself
Okay.
and prove to myself that I can
That's
do
good.
it.
And how are those fears now?
Gone.
Gone.
Completely gone.
Okay.
Yeah. It's amazing after day two,
Day
really.
two.
I was
Okay.
like, wow, I have a good grip. I could get my gun out of my holster and not even, it's second nature.
And is this based off your performance, or is this based off of kind of how you see yourself stacked up with other people here?
How I see myself stacked
Okay.
up with other people.
Okay.
And now it's adding the layers that you guys have talked about,
Mm-hmm.
adding layers to what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the instructors were great. Like how calm they are. Like I was so afraid that they might yell at me and make me super uncomfortable and embarrassed. But no, they were all so great and just like calm, and it was
And that's-
nice.
I mean, I think it's one of the things
Except for when Micah yelled at me.
Yeah, but he wasn't even
I
trying.
know,
he
I
wasn't
know,
trying
and
to
it
get-
wasn't.
yeah,
It was.
yeah.
It wasn't even bad.
And it
It
didn't
was-
even phase you.
Yeah.
Didn't even phase you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't yelling at me.
Bullets backwards.
What happened?
Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, you guys all did very well out there. Yeah, I had something else, then I lost it. I just
Sorry.
lost it.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. Oh, with the instructors. So we all kind of, once you do this long enough, you know who you can
Who needs what?
push, who needs to be yelled at, who you're like, if I yell at this person, I'm just going to stress them out even more. They're not going to go any better. And they're going to not, they're not going to do
Actually
any good.
worse.
Some people that are good at, they're good enough that they can handle the extra stress that we put on them. So, kudos to these guys for being able to know who can take it and who you need to dial it back for, and just stay nice and calm as we're taking you guys through those drills so you don't start losing it. So, yeah. Cool. All right, Micah.
All right, so this question, again, for both of you, right? So typically how our classes run, we teach the first 3 days, right? That's your instruction and teaching and layering. And then the fourth day is all application, right? The final missions, no more teaching. Teaching's done, right? Now it's up to you to put all these things to the test, right? And apply these skills. So in those 3 days of the teaching, what did you all like best? Like, what was your favorite?
Favorite
thing, and why? Like, why was that something that stood out to you as that was cool, or I had fun with that, or I learned the most from that?
And Sarah, we'll have you go first.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting me on the spot.
Well, I made you go first last time, so we'll go back and forth. We'll go back
Yeah.
and forth.
That's hard.
Okay.
In every station, there's a specific thing that I liked in every station.
Okay. But is there one of these drills that kind of stood out, like, I really like that the best, or hey, that's probably going to benefit me the most?
Yes, it was, I think, day 2 when you were walking in one of the drills. You were walking and you had somebody next to you, and you had to
body
sweep
blocking
up
drill.
the body
Okay, not my
blocking.
station. We're done here.
Okay.
Moving on.
No. Go
I
ahead.
felt very confident in that one.
You felt confident.
I felt
Okay.
really confident.
Okay.
But maybe it's because I pictured a scenario where my kids were there.
Okay.
I could see myself implementing that into my life, that it possibly could happen. So that one I felt very confident in. I
Right.
think I pushed her on
The
I touched her
most
boobs.
realistic to you, where you're envisioning yourself with
Yeah.
your family members.
I really.
Okay.
And then at one point she I think, oh, sorry.
You're fine. Yeah.
I grabbed her and like it was
She's so little in front of me, and I'm like, yeah.
yeah,
Felt awkward.
yeah.
Okay.
We got friendly.
There you go. It's what it's for.
My favorite was actually yours.
No.
The last one of all of them today.
The
cones.
movement drill.
The
today.
box
Yes,
drill?
but
Okay.
'cause I felt like I did the best on that one. And even though I messed up,
You did really well on that.
I
drill.
hit the target, and I just felt like I felt really good about it. I
So did
enjoyed
you like
that.
it the best because you think you did the best?
Yes, of course. Because what do? We like.
We always do
yes.
we always like the things that
Yeah.
we were the best at. Yeah.
I was most uncomfortable in Chad's station, where I had to put my passenger down and shoot over the top of them.
Okay.
I was really scared of that, because all I could envision was
Was sh-
Sammy being in the front seat.
Okay.
And like somebody being right at her window. The whole thought of it was scary.
So that's what was going through your head.
Yes.
Is more
Was just Sammy.
envisioning Sammy, our daughter.
like how I
Yeah.
would feel if I look out the window and somebody's standing at Sammy's door with a gun. It's like, I don't know. It was so scary to me. Like you said, I almost cried today because just thinking that I was going to have to like shoot over somebody. It
That's how
was,
visceral that
yes,
was.
it was very terrifying to me.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So my next question that I'll go to Melissa first is what didn't you like? What was the was there something that stood out that I was like, I don't like this at all?
Yes.
The thing you just mentioned?
No, that wasn't even the one I didn't like the most. It was at Tim's station, where I don't even know what we called it, but we shot from the car, and then we had to get out, and then we went to the next station where you're shooting around the car.
Oh,
and
we
he's
called it the
calling,
soup sandwich. Soup sandwich.
Yes, and he's calling out different targets. I was so hyped up, and I was so nervous that I couldn't remember
The order.
what I'm supposed to be shooting at. And I don't know how many times I told him, I was like, I don't remember what you said. I don't remember what you said.
So the drill is there's a vehicle out in front of them. They're shooting around the vehicle, through the vehicle, under the vehicle, and there's an Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta target out there that he calls off 3 of them. So you could call off a Bravo, Delta, Alpha, whatever, and then you got to shoot them in that order, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to process. That's a lot of processing power on thinking of what you should be doing with your gun, what you should be doing with your body, but then also remembering.
And you couldn't
the
even
targets.
see like one of the targets. It's like he calls out Charlie, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, because
shit.
that was
I
one under
know
the car,
it's
yeah.
on the ground in front of the car, but I'm like, I think I even yelled out shit because I'm like, I knew I had to get down on the ground and shoot at this target. It was
Okay.
There was so much going on, but I mean, he walks you through it, and it's fine, and you know you're safe, but still, it's
You got very, very winded. It was
Yes.
it was just flustering for you?
yes, so much,
Saturation,
Okay.
overload.
so
Okay.
much.
That was
And
one of the
thinking
last
like,
drills
if
we did
I'm
today.
in that situation in real life and there's guns pointed at me, I'm like, what if Sammy's still in the car? It's like there's so much
Yeah.
running through your head. It's really scary.
Okay.
But I
Alright.
feel it's a little bit better knowing that I kind of ran through it. So,
Okay. Like we've told you.
Yeah.
It's like
Mental
so.
Post-it notes.
Yeah. So we've if you've experienced something like that. So if you ever find yourself in in any experience that's somewhat like that now,
kinda-
you have something to reference.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get that freeze.
Yes.
That if we've never experienced something before, that we tend to get that freeze and be like, what do we do?
No, no, no.
Yeah. Okay, Sarah, what did you dislike the most?
I would have to say the soup sandwich as well. Yeah.
Really?
Just the task saturation, all of it. I had a hard time in the beginning, the first round of getting
Okay.
out of the car.
Oh, this morning.
This morning, I'm short. So just sitting back in that car, I had to adjust myself and then maneuver myself out.
Okay.
I felt very uncertain. And then even when we came back to that round in the afternoon, I had to literally go through the motions in my head of how to get out of the car. And then going to the other car. And me being 4'11", I don't really bend down.
You don't have to.
I don't have to.
It's so beneficial for you in all of this.
She
I'm
still
like,
does. She still tries. She still gets
I still
really low.
try.
I'm like, I'm trying to hear like the bad stuff, and I'm like, okay, it's
wish-
easier.
I
It
wish
should
I
be
could.
easier for her to get out of the car.
That Mitsubishi
Yeah, the Eclipse. Like
4'11".
Yeah.
it can't even fit out of the car.
S-Class Mercedes. If I was 4'11", I got all the room in there.
Yeah.
But with me,
And then you don't even have to squat down in
I
front of the other
don't.
car.
But I'm used to your truck. When we did I got out of that perfectly fine. I felt comfortable.
Really?
Jumping out of that. I was like, cool. The Eclipse, I was like, ugh. I have
I
to.
would think the
Did
opposite.
you
I would
step
think
on
so,
the
too.
railing?
I did.
Because I was watching him. Like, did she hop on the railing and then get down?
Yeah, I kind of clipped the railing.
Yeah.
I have steps on my Jeep.
Yeah. You're
So
used to it.
Okay.
I'm used to it. I have a 3-inch lift.
Yeah, we usually hear from bigger guys. Yeah, it's like, oh, I hate getting
Trying-
out of this thing, but we've never heard from a
I hate-
smaller person.
I hate it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just shooting at an angle, being in a car and lower.
Oh, lower and shooting up.
Yeah,
and out.
I
Okay.
did not like the whole. And then the task saturation of Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. I was like, what? Oh.
Okay.
And yeah, so
All
it
over
was.
the place.
I did enjoy going urban prone though.
Okay.
Yeah, I got better at this time around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah. I'll make
Yeah.
notes of that. All right. So how do you guys think you rate yourselves? Where would you put yourself? It's a full class. So
Yeah.
20
20 people, 20
students,
people.
right? So you're 2 of 20. Where do you think you guys
We
sit?
have a total of 4 women, including them, in
Yep.
this class right
Yep.
now.
We got
yeah.
younger people, we got older people, all different walks of life and things. Where would you put yourself in terms of that? I don't need like a number, but like I'm at least in the top 10. I'm in top 5, or I'm like, nah, I'm fucking killing the shit. Where would
Yeah.
you guys
Who
rate
goes
yourselves? Yes.
Sarah goes first.
Yeah. it's your turn.
Definitely not top 5. I know I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not there. I have work to do.
Okay.
So you're better than
I'm
in the top half?
Yeah, I'm in the
Somewhere-
top half.
somewhere in the top
Somewhere in the
half?
top half. I feel confident in certain
Definitely.
things.
I think it's a hard
Definitely.
question for them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only know our group.
I know
10
I'm
of
a-
10.
Because based off, they haven't really seen a lot of the other people because they've been in the same group the whole time.
Yeah, we travel in the groups.
It'd be
We haven't
more
broken
how,
those groups
like
up
for
yet.
us.
Please
we-
don't break the groups up.
Please
for
don't.
us, we get to see everybody. We
Yeah.
kind of forget
That's
that
true story.
you guys only get to see the people that you're.
So then in
traveling
your
with.
group
Yeah.
of 7,
We had
Yeah.
6.
Definitely.
small group
I
of
was-
six.
We're in the top.
We're the top 5. We're the top. Yeah.
well, there's
Yeah.
only 6 of you, so to say the top
if
5
we
is
could
not-
share the first
Yeah.
spot, we'd share the first spot because I won't be in
I wouldn't
competition
necessarily-
with her. Yeah.
Really?
No, I forgot his name. There was
The one with the iron sights. He was actually proficient in some of his shots. He was a little squirrely.
I'm at least
sometimes.
top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would,
I would
I
have
would
to
be
say
comfortable
that.
in saying that
Yeah.
you guys
I
are
was at
in
least,
the
yeah,
top
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I would
Ooh,
say
I
that.
could toot my own horn now.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say
I
that.
said top
A
3.
little bit
Top
more
3.
confidence. You know me. I'm not very confident in
I know
myself.
you're not. That's why I was like,
and
wow.
I felt
Yeah.
really, but that's just based on my group. I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on with
No,
everybody
that's
else.
fine.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
that's what we were just saying.
yeah,
is
that's
like
fine.
your perspective is smaller in your group.
Yeah.
So within your
Top
group.
3.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
other
I would-
groups
I would
weren't much
support that.
better. So
I would,
honestly.
I would
See
support
how he
that.
says it? He makes it like a
I'm not, no.
Okay.
I'm not downplaying you guys at all. I'm saying this class, I don't have anybody selected like, wow, this guy's a great shooter. Everybody's kind of all
Yeah.
intermediate.
Yeah.
Who were you guys talking about today? Bill?
Who did a great job
Yeah.
on
don't
Tim was
remember
talking
who.
about Bill
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
soup
Yeah.
sandwich the best out of everybody. Yeah.
He's been here before. He's done it before.
He's been here 3 times.
So again, it's that same mental post-it note. He's seen a lot of that. He's
Yeah.
seen a lot of those fundamentals and those basic building blocks to then apply it to that drill.
Okay.
So getting in the urban pro, movement,
Yeah.
getting out of the car. He's used to that. So
So-
now all he's got to think about is the Alpha Bravo Charlie. Oh, okay. Because
He's done it now.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about, oh, that's right, top leg forward and roll, where you guys are in that
I was
mental
like,
processing piece.
So
what's
And
the
to be
key to
honest, you
that
guys, there's
is-
other people here that have been to at least 5 classes.
Yeah.
Some people been to 4 classes, and honest,
Still-
you guys, honestly, you're shooting better,
Better
than
than
I would say. Some of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and we wouldn't bullshit you.
I know
No.
you wouldn't.
We
That's
know-
why it
I-
means
yeah.
a lot.
No.
we wouldn't bullshit you. I'd
Yes.
be like, yeah, babe.
Micah
you
might
could've done
bullshit
better.
me,
Go
but
ahead
I'm
and
like,
see
I
the
know
last
Nick
one.
would be like,
Let's go ahead and you're right. It's probably not the right
what are you
choice.
thinking?
The first night, the first full day, he was like, "You're better than that." And I'm like,
Oh,
On the line, I'm like, you're fucking. I know you're better than that. Do
and
better.
do better,
it was
do
it was
better.
the first shot, and after that, I got it all in there. I was like, "Yep." All I had to do.
It was harder shooting on the line for me than.
Yeah.
the
Why
other
is that?
stuff.
Why do you think that is?
I was so hung up. Every time I anticipate.
were
And
you
I-
worried about everybody else shooting and the
Yes.
noise and the?
Yes, I was
Okay.
trying to. It's like, oh, take your time. We're just doing the fundamentals.
Bam,
but
bam, bam, bam.
everybody else is
Yeah.
done, and I'm still like, okay. I'm
And
like,
then that
shit,
rushes
boom,
you.
boom.
Yeah,
Yes.
that rushes you.
And then
Interesting.
every time, and
when
I
you're
would
bu-
feel myself.
Because I thought the exact opposite for you. I'm like, okay, I think she'll be good when everybody's on the line and not everybody's looking at you. But then when
The
we get to
attention is
groups,
kind of
yeah,
away.
it's spread.
But when you're in the group and everybody's watching you, I didn't even think
You
that
didn't even think
everybody
about
was
that.
watching me.
You
There's
don't even think about
so
that.
We don't.
much. There's so many different things that you have to
I
focus
know.
on.
I thought it'd be
How much is there?
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Where you'd be worried about, oh my God, everybody's looking at me.
Like, I can-
Why do you
I'm
think
like,
I
can
sat
just
in the
hide
front
amongst
row?
everybody.
Yeah.
Like I don't want everybody looking
And
at me.
Yeah.
most
I
of
know
the time,
that's
we
my
went
round.
first.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Most of the time, we
We
went
were like,
first.
I want to
Like,
go. I want to get
I know,
it done.
but this is. I understand the wanting to get done first, but I'm very,
backwards from
very
what we
unexpected on how you guys
But
weren't
it's
worried
so-
about the other people
It's so
watching.
different
you.
when you're on the line and somebody gives you, this is what you're going to do. One task.
That's it.
As opposed to, like when we're in the scenarios, they're not even there.
So you don't even.
All
realize
I'm
you're there.
listening to
Okay.
is
the
I'm
instructor.
listening to
Instructor.
Tim, I'm listening to Micah, I'm listening. It's just
Okay.
you just have so much other things to think about, and then you come back to the line. Everybody's like, "Yeah, good job." Then it feels really good. Yeah.
Okay, even when you
But-
didn't do a good job.
No, if I didn't do a good
Well, that's their
job,
group. Their group was all about just pumping
yeah,
each other up.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
Yes, that's why
And
I'm like,
even-
don't change
false
the
sense of
groups,
confidence.
please.
Yeah. Our group
You
was
missed
awesome.
everything. Awesome. You did so
You
good.
still
Your
did
move-
good.
Your movement was
So
so
Because
good.
we were.
I'm like, how about we, not stroke? There you
did
go.
good.
And
We did good.
Critique appropriately. Like, what did
He's
you
like,
see?
let's be mean and honest.
It was.
Okay. All right. That is again
Yeah.
surprising. I mean, I'm learning something here, so it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question: how would you implement what you were taught in your everyday life? Melissa, you get the question
I gotta
first.
go first. How would I implement?
So how would you, with any of these drills that we've taught, how would you relate this, or how would you use this, in your everyday life? You've already stated some of the stuff. Yeah.
Well, okay, so
not implement it. How would you relate?
How would it apply?
How would you relate some of this stuff to your everyday life?
well, I don't know I think we were talking on the group today about like that we are CCW carriers.
Yes.
And I had no desire to be one until we moved out here.
Okay.
And that's because I drive with Sammy into town or
By
into
yourself.
Albuquerque, and I'm on the road for an hour to 2 hours with just me and her.
Yeah.
And so before, I never had a desire to carry a gun. I'm like, I'm not going to use it. I'm in California. I'm not going to pull out my gun and shoot somebody if they come up. I just wouldn't. I don't think I would.
Okay.
It's not something that I thought about.
I don't understand why California or New Mexico would make a difference.
California
If
State,
I drive
California
for an
State.
hour and a half
Safe.
in California versus New Mexico, I can go an hour and a half and there's not shit on the
Okay,
road.
so more desolate.
If I
okay.
if I get a flat tire, if I run out of gas, I pull over. There's nothing except for
meth
some
heads here.
creeper pulling up next to me and Sammy. If I'm in California, there's going to be this little happy guy driving the truck that comes along and helps you. I forgot what it's called. It's something on the highway.
Our perception is
I
reality.
must have lived in a
Yeah.
different fucking California.
I don't.
Okay.
So in California, they have that truck that drives along
Oh,
the
the
freeway.
courtesy
Yeah, they have
Yes.
one. They have one
It's-
here. They have them
it's-
here too.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Okay.
Not once.
They're all over the place.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so I would be more likely to, if I'm pulled off on the side of the road, I feel more comfortable knowing I have my gun if
Okay.
I'm there with Sammy.
Do you feel more comfortable if you had to use your gun in your vehicle, around your vehicle? No? You're like, hell no. I was by worst station.
expensive. These
That
windshields
was-
are pricey.
I love my car.
I don't want to shoot my car up.
Now that's the least of my worries is my
Okay.
car, but who did you just say that was like my most uncomfortable?
Right, you
I
said that was your
the
worst drill. You didn't
most
like that drill.
uncomfortable right there.
Okay.
Is going around my car.
So let me ask you, this is kind of a follow-up to that then. Is there anything, knowing that now, right, having the exposure to what you had here on sort of the flat range environment, is there anything that you would then change in your day-to-day routine, knowing that, like, I'm not really going to be comfortable getting Sammy down and trying
yeah.
to shoot across
Yeah.
the car?
Yeah.
Is there going to be something you do differently now because you have that chunk of knowledge?
I told him when I got done with that station, I said
You told Sammy when we got home.
I thought twice about letting her sit in the front seat.
Oh,
From now on.
From
okay.
now on.
Interesting.
It's like just that visual of me having to shove her down. I would feel much better with her in the back seat.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
She said that when we got
Yes.
home, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. So not just the skills application, but like the perception
Just-
of
yes.
what things are going to be
Yes.
going
She
on.
does
and
not
how
wanna
I'm
have
gonna
to
be
shoot
behaving.
over-
I don't want to have to
over
shoot
her.
over my
Yeah.
little girl.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, don't worry, Mom. I'll just take my seatbelt
did.
and
It'll
I'll
be
crawl
fine.
underneath."
She goes,
And
you
I'm
won't
like,
even see me. I'll be on the floorboard.
You-
That's
Waiting
what
on
she
you.
said.
Get him, Mom.
yeah,
Get him.
yeah, yelling at me down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just just that motion of having to shove that head down and go over the top with the gun, because I did gangster, and I didn't do this one. It's just all I could see was little Sammy.
Okay.
And I'm
No,
just
that's
like, I don't
great.
know if I could do
That's
that.
great.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, you're up. What would you change? What would you? Is there anything that you would implement? However you want to take this question. Yeah. Is there anything that you were taught that was like, okay, this was really good. I'm definitely gonna think about this in real life.
So actually, today when we did a restaurant drill with
Okay.
Micah, so everybody in our group popped up. They popped up.
Okay.
They
Stood from the table. Yep.
Sat
Yeah,
down.
they made noise. They
getting up,
alerted
right?
themselves. Like you said in some of the YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
you pulled your shirt up. They moved their jacket. They made that sudden movement and made their body known that they had a concealed carry.
Drew the attention to them. Yeah.
Drew the attention. He said, and he demoed it very, very slowly. Okay. He just pulled his gun out. And at one point, when we were all standing, he just pulled his gun out. We didn't know about it.
Didn't even
she was,
see
like,
it.
looking
I
at
was
me.
He was-
looking
yeah.
at him.
Yeah. She's like, what's
Didn't
going on? I'm like,
even-
"Pull my gun out." No, you're just going to look at a rock. She's like, okay, I'm going to look at a rock.
Didn't
Didn't
even,
even
we didn't
notice
even notice it. And that made me think, that's another way. you don't always have to pop up. You don't always have to bring that attention to yourself to protect yourself and others. Definitely implementing, being able to be more cautious and fluid and secretive with your movements.
Yep.
Definitely, and then the truck. My girls, they sit in front, they take turns. Every time one gets out, shotgun, the next one goes in. So we are constantly rotating front seats with my kids. I drive a lifted Jeep. So them getting down, and I've told them, get down, they get into the floorboard.
Okay.
But definitely implementing.
So they're small.
They're small.
Okay.
Ish.
I don't know. I just want to make sure. I don't know. Maybe your
They're
kids are big. I
taller
don't know.
than me,
Okay.
but they're kids.
So they're
So here's a real quick. So you've both mentioned the kiddos several times.
Yep.
That's
Mm-hmm.
mom brain.
No, 100%, 100%.
We're just
And I know that you work with Sammy on her pistol, like on the dueling tree. She's got her own plates and all these other things. That's an individual for her skills. Now that you've seen some things and done some things, would you guys start integrating? And this goes to you too, I guess. Would you start integrating Sammy into some of those plans, into some of those processes?
Absolutely.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would really like to. So she knows, like, having a game plan. Like, hey, if we're here, if we're at a restaurant and you hear Dad say, get down, or just
Chocolate bananas.
Yes,
Yeah.
no
something.
code words. No code words.
No code.
No code words.
But I'm like, if they know what the game plan is, it's a lot more beneficial, I think. Like when we lived in California, if something happens, there's a shooting or all hell breaks loose, you guys stay here, we will come and get you. So they knew.
like school. We'd always tell them
Right.
if something happens, you stay at the school. We'll come get
We'll
you
come
from
find
the
you.
school.
don't jump
Yeah.
the fence. Like
Yeah.
Susie was always like, I'm going to jump
Come
the
out.
fence.
I'll
and
come get
home.
you. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you're not.
Like,
I have
that's
a
not
really bad
helpful.
story about that when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's not helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's with the Loma Prieta earthquake in like '89, whatever it was. We lived in the Berkeley Hills, and my dad worked in the East Bay. And I'm like, I'm gonna go save Dad. Like a little kid, get on my fucking bike, and I'm like, I was young, dude. This is like '89, so
You were like a superhero.
yeah. I mean, I'm 48 this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah.
I wound up in like fucking East Oakland on my bike.
Looking for Dad.
Yeah, looking for the cell phones weren't a thing.
Yeah.
Like, right? It's like riding around. I'm like, I am really far away from home. It's getting dark. Things are on fire. There's people everywhere. Like, just riding my little bike, kind of hanging out. I mean, bro, it was
Did you know where you were going?
no idea. No, I didn't know where Dad worked. I
Need to
assumed
get
he
to
was that
Dad.
way. We're just gonna start riding the bike. My brother's like, that's a really bad idea. I'm like, I got this. Bro,
Wow.
East Oakland from the Berkeley Hills. You guys can Google that shit. Google Maps. We didn't have that. It was cell phones, Google
Yes.
Maps. Nah, yeah. When some cop was like, "Come here, little white boy. Like, this is not where you belong." The
Really?
fucking hood of East Oakland on my bike. Yeah, I'm like,
see
I
that.
don't know.
Micah.
I don't know where. Like, I live here. What's your address? I'm gonna say, I don't know.
Somewhere in my
Yeah, parents were
jacket.
pissed. They had already made it home. Everyone now I'm
they're
the
like,
one
where-
in
yeah,
trouble.
where you at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's bad. So yeah, having a plan, just
Yeah.
a one step. You do this. You do
Yeah.
this one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and we knew with if someone came into the house, the girls would know. In the old house, they would, we'd call them to us across the hallway. Here, they know they need to stay in place because we have the dog on their side of the house that's going to protect them, and then wait for us to get to them. So, but other things we could still work on
In
other
public
things.
and-
Yeah.
A lot of
Things like
people
that.
don't even. You
Not
don't even think
not
about
even
that
think,
stuff.
right?
They don't.
You don't think about.
So what
any of
about
that
what about
stuff.
you, sir? Anything that you do with would you integrate your kiddos now? Because
Uh,
how old are they? We got youngins, older
18,
ones.
13, and 12.
Yeah.
So they're the 18-year-old's driving on her own, so that's a whole nother story. But the 13 and 12-year-old, in the house, we have our own scenarios that we run through. They understand we have the dog. They know to stay put.
Okay.
They know mom's there. However, and then if tax-free weekend when we went to the mall for clothes,
See, I use that example
I know
all the
you
time.
use that
I use it
example.
What
all
is
the
all
time.
this
I'm like that. I know
tax-free
this. That's
stuff?
like a shh.
That's
I'm
like the
sorry,
pre-
off
like-
topic.
No,
But
no, it's like before school.
It's the
It's like a
week before-
tax-free weekend.
yeah, before
So you go
school.
buy
We
all your
missed
school
that.
supplies and
I
it's
guess we missed
tax-free.
that.
So-
and it's an insane asylum.
It is. I totally forgot.
I guess we've never been out in this.
I forgot about it.
I buy school stuff.
on like,
Online, probably, yeah.
No.
It's worse than Balloon Fiesta.
I know
like,
when it
it's
goes on
terrible.
sale. But
Really?
not
Oh, it's
tax-free.
fucking terrible. don't
I
leave the
had
house.
my kids decided they wanted to go clothes shopping, and I was like, okay, we'll do it on this day. I
Do
had
you
all
really
three
save
of them.
that much money?
No, it really wasn't.
4%. You want to spend
And you're
more
not
money
even supposed to
anyway.
carry your gun in the mall anymore. They're
The dog sniffers.
Snippers.
The sniffer dogs.
yeah.
It's a thing. It's a real thing.
I know we've run into them.
Oh, yeah. Did they pick you up?
No.
Oh, I just went to the range.
But
and
she got
practiced.
so scared. She got so scared.
One of our students got hit.
I am
He was
such a
carrying it at the
base.
mall.
I do all the time.
Yeah, I did too.
I won't take my
We
gun
played it
into
off.
the
It's like,
mall.
oh no, we were just
I
in
do
the
all the
range.
time.
They
I
probably
won't.
picked
Oh,
it up
smell
on
my
me.
hands.
So I smelled
I guess
my
I
hands.
shouldn't
Yeah, I
say
was like,
that.
oh, okay, just so you know. Yeah, like that's where we spend our money on a fucking gun sniffing dog at the mall.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the oldest came, parked right next to me. God jumped in the Jeep, had a little powwow right there.
Game plan.
Game plan, because I literally found out that day it was tax-free weekend. And I was like, why is the mall packed?
So packed. Okay.
It's like, why is there so many people? And I don't like being in overcrowded places. Concerts are all right.
I got you.
But if I don't have to be there, I don't want to be there.
Huh.
And we had a little powwow. I was like, all right, this is what we're doing. You hear something, you get behind me. This is what we're doing. Do not run. Do not run away from me.
Okay.
So, but car, yeah, I would definitely implement the whole car scenario if, let's say, one of them wouldn't go down or they couldn't go down and one in the back. If I had to exit the car and maybe teach them how to get out of the car safely too.
How would they get out of the car?
I don't even know.
I
Like,
don't
she's
even-
I'm
Okay,
like,
so I know. So I'm
don't
gonna. Yeah,
know.
that's something we don't
Would
cover.
they-
we
would-
only cover that in Urban 2.
Urban 2.
But just for
hopefully
you
one day.
guys, you'd always call them towards you. You would never exit the vehicle
Yeah.
into gunfire.
They would
They'd
come
always
across as
across
we
to you.
make cover for them.
Yes.
'Cause-
So let's say you move to the front of the vehicle and you're shooting this person. They would come out towards you. So you're actually providing cover for them as they're moving out.
Over consoles.
And we do
Over the
this.
console.
Yeah, we do this in Urban 2 as a two-man team just so you guys get that experience of what that would be like.
I think I would definitely take my girls through that whole scenario.
Yeah.
I would definitely run somebody over before I'd pull my gun out.
You'd what?
I would run somebody
okay.
over in a heartbeat before I would pull my gun
Yes.
out.
Well, I mean, it runs in your
I think-
family. so-
Yes, it does.
Oh,
That doesn't hurt my
Wow.
feelings. My dad was badass. Yes, he did run
Her
over
dad was
somebody.
a policeman, and he might have run somebody over.
He didn't might. He ran that guy over.
Ran him over.
A gangbanger, and he deserved it.
And he backed up, I think, over him too.
He backed up and ran back over.
you gotta make sure.
Double tap.
Confirmation.
Oh, it was
That's
the
good.
good old days. That was the good old days.
Probably shot like a 357 revolver too.
Yes.
A leather
I
holster.
have that now.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I have that
yeah,
now. He gave it
yeah.
to Joey first, and then now I have it. But yes.
That's good.
Those
I was
are
like,
good
Dad, that's your
mementos.
old man gun. It was like up to here in his armpit. Oh, so bad.
So
It was
dirty Harry.
So
dude.
bad.
So dirty Harry.
Epic.
But it was cool. I said, my dad would come in his uniform. I'm like, my dad's cool.
So cool.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well,
So
this is our last
I'm
question.
still
we've
asking our
got.
questions.
Last of our questions.
Our questions
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So this class and last class we had 4 women as well, and we've got 4 women in this class.
Yeah.
So this is probably our highest concentration of females
Yeah, dude.
across
Yeah.
classes throughout
Yes.
the year.
Yes.
What would, and it seems like we're increasing now. I don't know what we're going to do. We only have 4
You
bunks.
can't. You
I
can't
know.
go over 4.
Or we're double up in the instructor room maybe.
I know.
and
That's what I.
give
That's
up-
what, that's
we'll
what I
probably
told him. I
give up
go
an instructor
want to
room.
push all the guys into one instructor room.
No.
Yeah, we'll have to double up. Oof,
Yeah, and then
those
well,
old days.
that would be like a worst case scenario, and then we'd have, if that continues to happen, we'd come up with a
guys.
permanent solution.
Refocus.
Sorry.
Bring it back.
Sorry.
Come on.
Guys, your
Back to us.
your questions.
So what would you say to other women who are maybe thinking about training, coming to this class, coming to any class? What are some things that you might say to them? Either, like you said, you guys had all this apprehension and these worries and the nerves and all this other stuff. What would you say if someone's like, "Oh, I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't want to." Like, how would you
Is
approach
that for me or
Yeah, both of you.
I think the one thing that made me do it is knowing that she was going to be here with
Yeah,
me.
I was gonna ask.
It's
I
like
was gonna
having
go
a
into that,
buddy.
yeah.
It makes it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And somebody that's more like you. You don't want, like, I have friends that are like, ew, guns. Ew. You know, and you got to have somebody that's with you that's got the same, like, mindset and
Okay.
that is interested
So
in.
would you? So you wouldn't have done this if she didn't do it
No.
with you? Okay.
You gave me a lot of shit, but
I know.
I'm like, I didn't care if. Oh, Sarah's going to do it. Oh, well, shit. Now I have to take
Okay.
it. So.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna stick real quick before we shift over to some follow up stuff. Have you ever done any other shooting, tactical, fighting, any kind of
No.
training classes
No.
at all?
Only
Just-
the stuff
yeah.
me and her have done.
On
Okay.
the line, just
Yeah.
straight on the line. No, like other
Okay.
stuff like that.
So you're kind of
Very newbie.
insulated to this because you live right down the road, right? But now put yourself in like Carrie's position somewhere. It's like I gotta drive somewhere. I'm spending 4 days
It's worth
in the
it.
middle of nowhere with a bunch of people I have no idea. Would this be a first step? Would this be like a second or third step? You think? Is it what sort of considerations?
My situation is different because my dad was a police officer 33 years. I've always been around guns. I married him, and he loves guns. That always made me feel really safe and really comfortable. So I had to get myself more comfortable, and then being around it constantly, it's there's a lot of women that are just scared of it. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just they don't want to have anything to do with it.
Do you
So
think you would have come out from California and taken a class?
I would
here?
have been too scared. I'm by myself. I don't know anything.
No,
So
but I'm
it's a bunch
saying
of guys.
before you guys moved out here and you lived right down the road, because you come up to the fire pit and hang out and
Yeah.
cook dinners, and you kind of have that integration a little bit already. Before that was a thing, when you were in California, if Nick was like, hey, I got 2 weeks on, and I'm going to be here, and why don't you come on up and take this class while you're out there?
No.
Not even a little bit.
No. But you're talking to a person that is the biggest chicken. Like
Sure.
I am. You guys, I'm sure you've all heard stories about what a weenie I am.
I don't tell any stories.
You are such a liar.
I haven't heard anything.
Such a liar.
I don't tell any stories.
Stories,
The
what?
first day, I'm like this. Like my hand was shaking so bad that I was afraid that if I picked up my gun, I might shoot somebody
I know.
else's target.
These guys all like at lunchtime, like, dude, she was shaking so bad.
Yes. And that's with
early
me
Parkinson's? What's
being it's with me being around everybody, and so that's just my personality.
Yes, yes.
So I'm like nervous about everything.
She's a big warrior.
all the time.
Big, yeah.
All
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
So
Constantly.
what would you say to someone who's also in that boat? Like how?
Get a buddy and just do it.
Okay, good.
Get a buddy and
Okay,
just do it.
good.
You come with somebody that you know and you're hanging out and stuff. It takes a lot of the pressure off.
Okay.
I think
And
we made it easy for you guys too, because we kept you guys together,
Yes.
stayed in
And
your
we-
groups.
I'm sure we both said you have
didn't-
to keep us together.
You didn't have a choice in that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, like if somebody were to come out, if they were asking me, hey, should I take this guy? Yeah, they'll keep you together. You come with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
They're going to keep you with that person. So it makes you feel more comfortable. Okay. And I would tell anybody, yes, do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sarah, you agree?
Absolutely, 100%. Do it.
Would you
fear-
have done this by yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's not a chicken like me.
No, different personalities. That's why
Yeah.
I wanted to ask.
So don't get me wrong, I'm a chicken too. I'm a chicken. I have nerves. I have anxiety. I get scared,
Okay.
but I am more scared of letting my fear hold me back
Good.
than
Yeah.
not.
I
Yeah.
am not.
Because I will,
I don't mind.
my thing is, if, like you said, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Never
I
know.
want to know that I could do it. I don't like fear, so I don't let it control it.
And so, something just happened to you recently, right?
Yep.
So talk to us about the scenario that you got put into. Yeah.
So
If you're comfortable.
no,
with
that's
it, yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I drive a Jeep. I took my doors off because every Jeep owner takes their doors off. It's
Okay.
a great feeling. I have concealed carry. I had it on. I was driving home. I don't live in the best neighborhood, but I always feel comfortable.
Because it's familiar to you.
It's
your
familiar.
home- it's your
I
home-
grew
yeah.
up there my entire
California,
life.
right? Like, oh, it's fine. I'm
I
in
know. That's
California.
why I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Yeah.
My
Yeah.
entire life, I grew up there. And I am in the far left lane. There's 2 turn lanes. I come up to the light, and there's a homeless man on the corner in the median.
Like on every corner? In
Pretty much
Albuquerque?
where I live. Yeah,
Every-
pretty much.
every fucking city.
Yeah, these days,
it's-
yeah.
I live in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
He was on the corner. He spots me. I lock eyes with him, and he
eye
starts
contact.
Eye contact.
Yeah.
He's-
Clearance. Approach me.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
and I have no doors. I have no top. I have no doors.
He's like, this is going to be easy.
You're topless and doorless.
I am. And I was in a tank top too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Topless.
But
Did you see the movie?
It's your wife, bro.
That was a
Yeah.
choreographed movie.
Did we both
Holy shit. Wow, continue, please.
Sorry.
Wow.
Bring a buddy. Bring a buddy.
Wow.
That's why you bring a buddy.
there we
There you
go.
go. Continue.
We've
Sorry,
been laughing
guys.
and smiling the
Holy
entire
shit.
time.
So
We
approaching
lock
the Jeep.
eyes.
Yes.
He kind of steps off, and I shake my head. No. And
Okay.
he sees me, and he backs up. He gets back on the median. I'm like,
So
okay.
he's like right next to you.
No.
That's your door.
So
Not yet.
I'm
Two
here,
lanes.
and there's 2 lanes next to me, 2 turn lanes.
Oh, there's 2 turns.
There's
like,
2
went
turn
all the way.
lanes. So I am in the left lane.
Yeah.
There's 2 turn lanes and the median.
Okay.
It's a tiny median.
Yeah.
He steps down. I shake my head. No.
Okay.
And he gets back up on the median. I'm like, okay. He saw me shake my head, and he stepped back up. Done. I was the first in line. Toyota Tacoma comes up next to me. It's silver, and he is completely blocked.
Okay.
And there's another car. I don't see him.
In the four lanes, there are 2 cars.
2
then you.
cars.
Okay.
I don't see him anymore. But I'm thinking, he saw
Shake your head. Yeah.
me say, and I saw him back up. Next thing I know, he's in my peripheral vision. He is at my door.
Wow.
And I'm not talking, I have no doors. He's
He's
he
right
is
at your
closer
side.
to
And that's ballsy
Yeah.
to come
B
across
pillar on
2
your-
lanes.
B-
Of,
he's on the
2
B-
lanes of traffic
Yeah.
to get
Bro,
to
they'll
you.
fucking man walk
he
out.
came
Oh, they don't give a
he
shit.
came
They're like,
around the car,
Yeah.
around the Toyota Tacoma,
I made sure to come at the back.
come
Yeah.
through my back, and he was on the B pillar of my
Okay.
car, which is the center,
Yeah.
center mass. And literally, I saw him peripheral vision. I came up and I drew.
You drew your gun.
I drew my gun. I was terrified. I did not have my finger on the trigger. I was terrified. Drew my gun, and he like instantly saw it and backed away.
Did he even say anything? Did he say
Did
anything to you?
say
Nothing.
not one word,
So you
and he
didn't-
went straight back to the median.
Wow.
I
Welcome to
reholstered.
Albuquerque.
I reholstered my gun. I got home and I put my doors back on, and they haven't
Never
been
took
off
them off
since.
again.
Yep.
Interesting.
Because I will
Interesting.
never.
Is that brandishing?
Huh?
That's not would that be considered brandishing?
No.
At that,
Well, in your vehicle
I
is
was
an extension
wondering,
of your
like,
home.
yeah.
it's safe to do that.
The vehicle is an extension of your home here in
I-
the
So-
state.
So Tim was saying something about
So
that.
the argument.
but-
So
Yeah.
here's, and then we can kind of go off on this tangent. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
So if she had pulled her gun as an intimidation tactic,
And aggressively,
like no, like
But she was fearful.
What? Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brandishing as
Okay.
opposed to I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face if you don't back up off of me.
yeah.
Okay.
To defend myself, that's not brandishing. Right. So again, the same where it's like I'm pulling my shirt up, like come at me,
Just
bro.
to show it.
Come at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing it off, intimidating you with my gun.
Yeah.
Like if he had continued to approach, she probably
Ever.
would have, or if he'd have reached, or whatever the
I
case
would
may
have shot
be.
him.
Right. We don't have to wait for that initial initiation of violence to act upon and defend myself from that.
Okay.
So that wouldn't have been a problem.
It was scared.
And again, right, a lot of the
I-
times, and we've
my
said
heart's
this in this
beating.
class
Yeah.
before too, where too often we only ever train once my gun comes out, I'm shooting it.
Nope.
That's not necessarily always the case. Now, it should only come out if I'm intending to shoot it.
Yeah,
but
not I'm going to pull this gun to scare
to
somebody.
scare
That's
somebody.
not-
That's
no,
not.
no.
Yeah.
It came out to be used, and then that escalation of force was not necessary
Yeah.
because that guy backed off. Now I'm backing off. Right now, it's this constant adjustment of, and I'm always
Of the
trying to
escalation
respond
of
to
force.
that
Yeah.
escalation of force. He backed off. Cool. I'm going to holster back up.
Like a
No
hot.
big deal. Right. But if you continue to come at me, then I'm up and ready to go. So yeah, not at
It
all.
was-
But that's the
it was
thing,
a-
right? Like I used to be a Jeep owner too, and I loved rolling with my doors off. But even
Did you ever
just
stick
windows.
your foot out when you were driving?
No, I had a really I've got a really bad story about that in a golf cart.
nice.
But so even with my windows down, I'm the same way because we have so many homeless people
Yeah.
at every
I'm all zipped up
median.
every time.
Yeah, like I will leave a car at least distance if I'm the first person
you
in that
can-
lane.
yeah.
I won't even pull all the way up.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep you
Yeah.
at my 10 and 2, whatever lane I'm in. Like I don't care if I'm
case I
got
need to
2.
bolt.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now I've got some response time as opposed to I'm here and I'm constantly trying to find you, and because they'll walk the median, right?
They're
They'll walk
everywhere.
down and try and get
Yeah.
the cars, and then work their way back, and they don't give a shit. They'll cut across. I mean that Louisiana exit where there's like 15 lanes
Yes.
of traffic.
Yes.
They're up there just walking around,
Yeah.
running around,
Yeah.
getting whatever. Yeah, it's like
They want to hit as many cars as possible to get.
That's
as
why
much
we don't
money.
feed white animals, right? Like they'll just get used to it. Like
Flock
it's a,
you.
yeah,
Flock.
these things happen. So it's a legit concern.
Yeah.
Situational awareness and kind of.
Because I mean, yeah, okay. Because I mean, some of them could be just the scammers that are just trying to get paid, but some of them
Sure.
could be legit
Sure, yeah.
mental cases, you know,
Yeah.
that can't even get a job anymore.
Right, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. I've heard more of the mental case side of stories,
Yeah.
of stories like that, and other people and people jumping out in front of cars and get hit and try and do
They
an
get-
insurance
yeah.
claim and
Yeah.
sue and
I honestly
Yeah.
don't know what
I
I would
asked her
have
if she
done
had her kids with her at that moment. She said it was just her.
if I don't know what I would have done if my kids were in the car. That heightens the danger level for
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
because
should.
I am more
Now it's just not just
It's
you.
not just me.
Now it's
me. I knew if he had he was at that pillar, is it the B pillar? If he had come closer, I know I could have taken the shot. I would have felt comfortable taking the shot. It would have been a good shot.
Okay.
But if my kids were in the car, I think I probably would have taken the shot before he even had the chance. Because he already threatened my space with my kids in the car.
After today's drill,
Yeah.
where I shot the guy behind
Sure.
in the restaurant, now knowing that if I was in 2 lanes of traffic like that, would I have taken the shot with cars,
next to
mom
you?
and dad with kids? Would I have taken the
other
shot?
direction
I'm
of
like,
traffic
Other
that's
direction of
coming
traffic.
the other
I
way.
don't
Yeah.
know now. Now I know what I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, I don't know
Yeah,
if I would
responsible,
have.
So-
responsible for every single one of those.
But definitely circling back.
That's so much to think
Having-
of.
Yeah.
In
the
a split
moment.
second. In a split
Right.
second.
Yeah.
Yep.
And-
But again, that's why we think about it now,
Yeah.
and it's not in the moment, like, and like Nick's talking about that freeze, like,
freeze.
shit, because now it's like,
You've never thought about
shoot,
it.
don't
Yeah.
shoot, no shoot, drive, don't
Yeah.
drive, kids, fuck, traffic, fuck, and then
I
it's
would have
too
just
late.
ran over some cars.
Yeah, and
you got a
see-
Jeep.
I do.
Wow.
But that's why I would take this class. I would tell any woman, any
Because you never know what's going to
you
happen.
never
to
know.
you.
You never know. And even if you have the fundamentals of carrying a gun, you've gone through the CCW course, take this course. Take this.
Because you
Well,
don't
I'm
know.
State certified CCW
Yeah.
courses,
Yeah.
they're legit.
Legit. Like,
Yeah, they teach
take
you the
this.
bare minimum. Yeah.
Take this
Those
because,
in action things, it's so different.
and not everybody has a Nick
we have.
or a Micah.
Yeah.
Like, he's run through drills with me. We've gone out to the range together to where prior to that incident happened prior to this, and I was able to confidently unholster my gun.
And the fact that you even had your gun on you,
Exactly.
'cause that's only been a thing for the last
But
3 months, not even.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
it's like a consistent carry every
Okay.
day. It's like
Yeah.
some,
No, no.
I'm gonna get
I push her with it too, because I'll be
Yeah.
like,
It's so-
I'll be like,
it
hey,
was-
you got your gun? Why? Why? You got yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather have 2 guns in this fight than 1.
Well, no,
I would
because
use
in all
that.
fairness, if we're out somewhere, me, you, and Sammy, and Susie, my responsibility is getting the damn kids away from whatever. You need to address the situation. I need to get them to
Know your
safety.
place, sir.
I guess I do.
No,
I
you're
guess
fucking-
Yes.
that's my place.
He is much better than me at it. Yes, and I'm more
What if he gets
mom
shot?
oriented.
But yeah, what if
What
I
if he
get
goes
shot?
down?
We were
Tourniquet.
talking about
I got my
this.
tourniquet.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead.
We were talking about this.
Yeah,
If you're
what-
dead?
I'm dead. You don't have your gun now.
I would.
How you
I
gonna,
would
how you
still.
gonna protect the kids?
It depends on the situation. I would probably try to get them out of the situation first and
I'm just.
foremost.
You see my point?
You're dead. I would use you as
Meat shield.
Meat shield.
Yeah, that's good.
I love you, baby. Meat shield.
So
Saved my life.
remember when you were talking about your little stabby that you had to go through?
I don't know.
I love his stabby.
Continue.
So he would have to go
Whoa,
through how many magazines and you had to go through all like what? How many magazines and then to actually get to your like to
Oh,
get to
before I
that.
would actually get
Get-
to
Oh,
my
our
knife.
So,
last video.
We
Yeah.
were talking about it today, and I was like, all right, I know he carries at least 2 magazines, and they're 21. They're 21
Okay.
rounds.
Yeah.
I know his gun.
Okay.
Mine only needs 2 shots.
Yeah. But
Whoa.
if
Two
it,
of horse.
Jesus Christ.
but if,
This has
if
gone
we were-
sideways.
It's getting worse. Oh,
if
continue,
we
girls.
were in a gunfight and he
Royalty.
went through 21 magazines and I had to go in,
What
Oh
if?
my
What if
God.
he got?
What- really
What
fast.
are
What
we
if he got
bleeding everywhere?
What if
We have a
he
lot to
didn't
go
go
through
through
21
that and he got
rounds.
shot after
Yeah. What
3
if I
rounds?
got
Yeah.
2 rounds? What if I got Nick's 2 rounds and then my brains are all over the
Yeah.
floor.
That's true.
Yeah.
See?
Shit, I don't know what I would
I'd
do.
protect it.
If
We're
somebody
just-
shot you,
yeah.
I might just lay there and be like,
trying to
oh,
make you guys
shit.
think you
So,
can't rely on
yeah.
us all the time.
Yeah.
Now you
Consistent.
both hurt Chad's feelings because he spent all day teaching you medical.
I
You did
liked
talk
his
about I had
medical.
my tourniquet.
Yeah,
did
she
say-
I
she
did
said
say
tourniquet.
I'm gonna throw
tourniquet.
my tourniquet at him, and then
I
I'm gonna
did
get the
say
kids
that,
out.
Put it on my
Chad.
neck.
I still have it.
Put the tourniquet on my
I
neck.
got a couple more. Let me do a couple
Strap
more
my.
twists.
I still have it. I still have the tourniquet on. I still carry it.
So with that medical, how do you feel in terms of your gun skills and your medical skills?
Oh, I love
Medical
it.
skills, I
mean,
was
that's
I
kinda
was
your background,
pretty
right?
yeah,
You're
I
kind
was
of
pretty
OG.
good with
Same here.
that. Putting the tourniquet on my right arm was very difficult.
Oh,
that
with your support side hand?
Yes, I had it all mixed up. I had to pull that thing back off and then put it on the right way. I'm like, man, I'd be really screwed if I'm out like this and I get shot in my
Yeah.
dominant arm.
Yep.
We'll see tomorrow.
Jesus,
Yep.
what do you mean with that? Little insight.
Huh? What?
Little insight.
We have
I
no
believe
idea
that's
who's
called
going to
foreshadowing.
shoot you. Yeah.
I believe that's what that's called. Yeah.
So,
What about you guys? Questions from
I have a
your
question.
side?
No, they were,
as
she was
to
going to
women?
go on to
Oh,
something.
did she have something else?
So she had issues putting on the tourniquet on her right hand side, her dominant side. However, like it was really easy for me to put my tourniquet on my right hand side because most of the time I led with my left, and I don't know how this is possible.
Ambidextrous.
I'm right hand dominant, but I lead most things with my left. I was talking to Chad about it earlier, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I play guitar left-handed. I do most things left-handed.
Maybe you were supposed to be left-handed.
I'm thinking
see.
I might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
might
shoots
end
well
up.
enough right-handed. Maybe she shoots better left-handed. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
You should try.
Buy
I'm
a
gonna try.
holster.
Try it.
Oh.
Buy
I
a
would have to
holster.
get a different
How'd
holster.
you feel shooting? Did you shoot single-handed left-hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you feel with that?
I felt fine. Even getting the gun out of my
Felt
holster
pretty comfortable?
and rotating my grip, it felt fine. But I didn't use a support hand when I did that training with.
Okay. All right.
But medical wise, I liked all the medics.
Okay.
So
All right.
it was
Good
fun.
deal.
I like
Good
playing with the
job.
blood, putting my fingers in it.
Got it.
It didn't gross me out at
No,
all.
I was like, ooh, I got it all. I was all
Yeah, we
bloody.
saw.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Little mini vampire over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
All right. Go with your question.
No, yeah, I just so as again, right, like bring a buddy, all this kind of stuff. So a lot of the, I wouldn't say pushback, but some of the fears maybe like, oh, it's this super testosterone filled alpha male dominant gun world, blah blah blah.
You feel intimidated.
Yeah. So
Yeah, as a
so
woman.
so from your perspective, looking right on the outside looking in,
You guys said you guys had more foul mouths than the rest of your
We
group.
did.
We did.
yeah.
We were really bad. Like our group of guys, like
What?
just today,
Yeah.
we sat at the table with them and we're like, we were worse than you guys. I think we kind of like opened the
We
opened the
opened
doors a
the
little
door.
bit, but
Where they didn't feel like they had to hold back with
yeah,
what they
no,
said.
and then we got some really great conversations going.
Yeah.
It was good.
I heard about that.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to know.
Nope, sure don't.
Nothing.
It was
nothing
fun. It was
bad.
fun. The first day, like I said, we kind of, me and her,
We
know
were
each other.
just we were ourselves.
Yeah, we were ourselves. But we felt out the other, 4 guys?
I think that
Yeah.
they were doing the same thing too, though. Like,
Sure,
I had
sure.
always told you that I worried about having women come to the camp
Yes.
because
I know.
you get a group of guys, and I've seen you guys in action with some of the stuff you guys do down there.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Penis.
Yes, just I mean, as a woman coming into that, you're going to automatically be a little bit timid and intimidated by it.
Okay.
But I forgot my point.
Oh, so to go off that, every single female I think we've ever had out here has never had an issue
No.
kind of fitting in with the rest of the guys. They haven't
And if
been
they don't feel like they fit in, they just go to their bunks and like sit on their phones or like,
yeah. No, I would say no. We probably had a few that didn't really. I wouldn't say mesh as well as some of the other females.
I think yeah. So meshing student peer wise,
Yes.
meshing peer wise.
Yes.
But I mean, and again,
Instructor-wise,
not to like pat ourselves on the back or whatever. But and I know this
yeah. You
question
guys
has
do
come
a
up, like,
great job.
Do you
Guys.
treat us any differently? Do you see it like
Right.
we
No.
don't? Right.
I
Like,
didn't feel.
No,
I didn't.
not
Feel
at all.
Yeah. So maybe that's a question for you guys, right? Did you feel like it was specialized treatment, or
No.
you guys got the easy route, or like,
No.
yeah, it's fine, don't worry about that?
But even though you're our significant others, you don't think we made it easier for you?
No, I know you didn't make it easier for us in the back of the truck.
We made it
no,
harder for you guys?
Not at all.
I
Do you think
that
we were more
just,
judgmental and harder on you
just
because
in
of
that
your positions?
situation because Nick was trying to
Dude, I
mess
fucking
with
little-
me.
That was
A
everybody,
little
though.
bit.
No.
Oh
He
no,
tried.
no, there was some extra good
They were the
loving.
first one. They were the first ones in my truck. I
Well,
was
you guys
like,
set the example.
no, I was
Oh,
like, you're
he
my first
said it.
ones.
Yeah.
My energy's high. We're good. You know?
No fear.
Tell
Yeah,
was, Tell was
I
back
like,
there with us, Mr. Cameraman.
Dude, the tires are just spinning.
Yeah. He was red in the face.
Yeah,
From
and
that.
she's so little.
I was a
she's
rag
just
doll.
like
Low
sliding
center of gravity. It's fine.
back.
It's great.
It
No.
didn't
I
matter.
can't.
It was good.
There was nothing to.
I couldn't even put my arms
Brace
out to
on.
hold
So
the
you
wheel
can't, yeah,
wells.
it's small. It can't hold anything.
no,
yeah.
she couldn't.
I couldn't. Yeah,
that's good.
We
And
got
then when
very
she was
comfortable.
on me, I was trying to hold her belt and brace myself so she would stop flopping. Like I was so
I
afraid
completely just like straddled
this
her.
is probably scaring women more than anything. It was
No,
amazing. It was
was-
absolutely
Yes,
fun.
you guys
it
did
was
fine.
great.
And my whole point was, yes, I didn't take it easy on you.
He did not.
At all.
The main
At
thing is
all.
the laughs.
Yeah, it was fun.
The what?
After
It was
the
fun.
laughing.
Oh, okay.
After every station, every
That you're terrified of.
that you're terrified.
Yeah.
You walk up there and
like, "I'm
they
scared."
explain.
Yeah.
You guys explain it. You're like, oh, and then you hear that first shot, and instantly you're like, okay, I'm
Or
going
they
to
talk
do
you
this.
through it, like-
you guys are so calm
Yeah.
and quiet at times.
Why is everyone gonna look at me when that happens?
But
I don't do anything anymore. So
I was gonna say you just walk around with
That's
your white
walking
hat
around.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
but
He
it's
sneaks
just
up behind you and yells. Like every once in a while.
But it's personal, and
okay.
I
Yeah.
like the smaller groups. Having
Yeah.
a group of 6 was awesome. Our group was awesome to begin with.
We like our group.
Definitely, I don't think you guys treated us any different. I don't think you made it harder. I think you made it funnier for your own amusement. I think
Yes.
that's the thing.
Might be a true story.
A little
That might-
challenge.
That might be true.
But
not gonna say
that's
it's not what
that's
happened, but-
you guys towards us, and the other instructors know us.
Yeah.
So we have that rapport with each other. We can make it a little bit funnier. You guys, to other students that I have observed, you've been great with the other 2 women that are here. Like I noticed things. I bunk with one of them.
Yep.
Like she's having a great time.
Okay. All right.
So
I think you guys all do a really great job.
yeah,
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
you're very sensitive but straightforward.
I'm doing my side mouth, aren't I?
Come on. I took care. I took
care of
I took
me.
Carrie under my wing last night.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
That was the worried husband in you, though.
Yeah,
I think.
that was.
That is still. I see. Was still my caring side.
And you were still really good to the other lady that got nauseous too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You?
No,
Yes.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking
He was
about.
talking about
Oh,
Carrie
okay.
to
I
begin
thought you
with.
were talking about
And Carrie, the other lady who
Yeah,
got
I'm like, yeah, I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I
Yeah,
took care of Carrie.
Yes.
But yes, I took care of you too. The same way I took care
Yes,
of her, I
there
took
was
care of
no-
you.
there was
There's
no difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So I both gave you an out. Hey, do you guys want me to take you back to the house?
No.
And you did.
And
And
neither
nobody-
one of us wanted to. We
Nobody
both
wanted it. Nobody wanted to wimp
finish
out.
it.
Like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight through this. That was good. It was really good. Yeah. All right. So, do you guys have any questions for us?
I had one question
Sure.
for both of you guys.
Okay.
After we took the course and you guys got to watch our performance, do you guys feel safer or more comfortable if we were in a situation, say we're at the movies and there's somebody that opens fire, do you feel less like you have to watch us and protect us and you're more comfortable being able to handle the situation since we took the class and we have a little bit more knowledge on situations like that?
He's like, you go first.
Yeah. I feel better knowing that you have more skills. I don't know if that's really going to change my thought process much.
You're still going to want to protect.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really going to change my thought process much with what would happen or how I would react out in public. But I do feel better knowing that you do have, you know, these extra skills now that you could use. Especially, I think I feel better about you traveling by yourself. So if I'm not there, I feel better knowing that you have these skills if I'm not there to protect you. But if I am there to protect you, I don't really feel much.
So you still have that urge to protect me.
Well, of course.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that would
I
ever
thought
go.
it would dissipate a little bit, like you could focus more on.
Nope. I don't think so at all. I
That's
don't think
just
so.
a natural
Yeah, I don't think so
man
at all.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I said, I would feel more comfortable now. You go by yourself to a lot of things. Knowing that you have these new skills, I feel better with that. Yes.
Well, I think the perfect example of that was like what was Nick and I's both our response, where it was like, oh, if we were in the mall shooting, what did we both say? Well, what if we die? Like, what happens when we get fucking killed?
Yeah.
Right. So now I've got again that extra, like Nick is saying, that extra level
Okay,
where
they
it's
got
like
a little something.
I don't necessarily. It's not that I don't have to worry about you or worry about what's going on, but God forbid that I do my best and it's not good enough that day, that you at least now have that next level of skill set to hopefully continue on and make that work. I think too that now we're a little bit closer in terms of like vocabulary and skill set and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
right, we went and did that 4-day CQC class in Texas, and it's like, there is no way you're picking up 3 strangers off the street and you're going to go clear a building. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
Sarah and I are not going home and like, okay, you're coming in here and muzzles are going up and now we're like, nope, not a thing, right? Like,
That would be awesome.
I don't know.
right? Not going to be a thing. But at least now we can speak in that same language, have that same perspective of space where it's like, I have no idea. Because there's been conversations where she's like,
It was interesting because some of the times I can't remember what it was that we said something and we're like, does anybody not understand what this is? And I remember you saying, I
Printing.
have no clue what the hell you
I
just
don't know what
said.
that
And I
is.
was like, how does she not know this? Like, what?
I don't do this for a living. Hello.
I wish I remember what the term
I didn't know
was.
what printing was.
It was printing.
Oh, printing.
Yeah,
Printing.
printing.
Yeah, printing. I'm like, what? How do you not know
I
what
call it.
printing
I
is?
call it. I call
PC
it.
load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
And then you get the look like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you know
I'm
this?
pretty sure I was
Well,
standing behind you. You didn't see my face. You didn't
I know your
you
face.
didn't want to see my
I know
face.
exactly what your face looks like. I know.
I didn't have to look at you. I knew I
Yes.
already, in my
I
head,
could hear
it.
it.
Was already there.
I can hear your face.
Hear your face.
I can hear your face.
There's still some things
Yes.
I'm like.
Yeah, so I think that again, right, having now that common vocabulary a little bit more, those post-it notes, that frame, those frames of reference, where it might be to the point where it's like the shit hits the fan, and I have to tell her pie that corner or cover that,
And we know.
We
cover
know
that
what it is.
corner,
We know what
right?
that
I know
is.
it
Yeah,
is.
I know what that means. I would now have a little bit more faith that she's not going to be like over there looking at me like, is he doing okay? Like, no, she's going to manage her corner.
Is this right? Is this right?
Yeah. Because I mean, I don't know who that was today that was doing. They were like, Miss.
I looked at you at
Miss.
the end of the drill
Was that-
today, and
was
you're
that
like,
you?
"Why are you looking
Yeah.
at me?" I only missed.
Miss.
I only missed like once,
Miss.
Micah.
Oh, I think it's twice. It might have been twice.
He wouldn't have mentioned it. If
He
it was only
definitely
once.
did not stroke our egos on the last.
Yeah.
No, I was like,
But yeah, so again,
And he goes,
that,
"Why are you looking at me?"
that next level of confidence for you guys, right? Where it's like, again, now I've got, like Nick said, a little bit more faith. If you're out on your own, yeah, of course I'm still going to worry. Of course I'm still going to ask where you are, what you're doing, what happened, how'd this go. But know that you're that much more capable now. Because I can. There's nothing I can do. Whether you're a tier 1 operator or fucking bouncing around Little Red Riding Hood down the lane, my level of participation is the exact same. It doesn't matter because I'm not there.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
from your guys' perspective,
Yep.
seeing us, how would you
Oh,
give us other ideas or insights to implement what we did into our lives? Because you know our lives.
Okay.
You know her life. You know what she does every day. He practically knows what I do every day. Is there something that you see that we don't see where we can?
We've already
Improve.
mentioned it. We've already
Improve.
mentioned one.
Well,
You guys
yeah.
need to carry your damn guns with you at all times.
Which-
not just because
Yeah.
we're carrying
I've
our
been
guns.
carrying mine in my bag though.
consistently
That would
for
have
the last
been
3 months I've
So,
been doing
a
it.
beneficial thing to learn
That should have been
Off-body
yes.
carry.
from my bag.
Yes.
Yeah,
Off-body
That I didn't
I
even
thought
think
about
about that.
that. I did.
That would have been good if you plan on carrying that bag. using that bag out there in some of those drills.
But now
you
it's
do
winter
say-
time
We
though.
do, but I
you haven't told her.
I know what she does. I should have thought about that and told her to do it.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but now that it's getting cooler, I don't plan on carrying my bag. I will have it on me.
Okay.
It's just the problem was during the summertime is I can't wear a tank top.
No, I know.
It's,
Clothing
I
is an issue.
had what kind of bag is that? That's a cross shoulder.
Sling bag?
Yeah.
Fanny pack.
And it was
It's just
perfect.
a fanny pack. You just wear it across
It's
your chest.
not a
No,
fanny
it's not.
pack,
It's
sir.
It's bigger.
And
got two-
clothing's not an
two
No.
things.
It's got two
Yes.
and
Oh,
clothing's
we got a
not
fanny
an
pack.
issue. It's a change of life. It's a change
Yes,
of
it
ways.
is.
It really is.
is.
My shirts are no longer small.
Yeah. Yes.
They're
It's
large
different.
to medium or
I know
medium.
she struggled,
You
but
can't
she
really
struggled
look
with that
cute.
too.
You can't.
You can't look cute
But
anymore. It's
My
just-
pants
but I
are
got a
bigger
gun.
because now I have a battle belt
Yep.
and I have a holster and I carry appendix.
Mm-hmm.
Am I ever going to carry 3 o'clock or side?
Nope.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Because he'd yell at me.
Yeah. So I mean, so other than that, I don't know. There's not. I mean, there's other things that we could implement into
Mm-hmm.
our training, to get you guys better at it.
Individually or in the classroom?
Practice
type?
more.
I would say
Practice,
individually.
yeah.
Individually,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like
Practice,
stuff that we went through with the building clearing. Now she has got a little bit of understanding more of it. Okay, if we're both leaving our room to go to the kids' room,
Right, now tailor
now,
that to-
now we have two of us that we could possibly get in this fight instead of you just following right back behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yep.
What is
Button hook.
what? I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe you guys
Yeah,
should just
exactly.
like, pull your
Yeah.
houses
We're over here
together.
like,
Exactly.
yeah.
We know we both know what we're
Both
talking
know what
about.
we're talking about.
But see, you don't know, and that's something that we need to make sure we get you guys up to
Yeah.
speed on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
more technical terms. Your last drill with the cones, you said something about respect.
Give the target the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
say that too.
Nyom. Both times. Nyom. I was like,
'cause you
what
just
is
kept
he
doing this.
saying?
Because you were mashing the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Both
great
times
face.
I started walking back and I was like, I knew I had to like put my gun down
Okay.
and turn around.
Wow. So yeah. So I mean, there's other things that we could continue your guys' training with
Practice,
on an individual
practice.
basis.
He has a to-do list with me when we get back.
But for us, I would say it's much easier for us, for you guys attending a class instead of us working with you guys individually.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Yes, it is much easier for us to get the skills across to you guys in this sort of atmosphere than working with you one-on-one.
It was so much easier taking direction from
Sure.
Micah,
Sure.
Tim, and Chad
Sure.
versus you.
Yes.
Based on
But I
what?
did feel so
Based on
much.
your relationship.
Yes.
You think just the fuck? Here he goes again. Just that tone.
No, okay, so
like, I see your face. I
we were
already
tra-
see your
Exactly.
face.
we were training
Yeah.
on the side of our
Yeah.
house, and I did something stupid. I don't even remember what it was. He turns around and looks at me, and he imitates me, and he's mocking me like, "Nee."
It was not a wise choice.
Which
I'm not
none
saying
of you
I didn't
other
do
guys.
that, but it was
I mean,
probably poor.
and
Poor
instantly
choice.
I was just like, I'm
Shut
fucking
down.
done.
Done.
And I was just like,
Going home.
tell me what to do. I wasn't even talking to him. I was just
I was
nothing.
like, oh, this is how today is gonna go. All
and I
right.
think you said that. Oh, is this
I
how
did.
it's going to be?
This is how it's gonna be
Yes.
today.
And
Sounds
it's
good.
definitely different.
Yeah.
It's different. Yes.
I got a new pistol,
Mm-hmm.
and I went out, and we were going to zero my red dot.
Oh, that was rough.
That was rough. So rough.
That was a bad
So
day.
Yeah. So I think you guys taking the class is more beneficial
Yes.
to you.
Yeah.
And it's beneficial
Yeah.
to us
Yeah.
as well.
On that range, when I was trying to zero my red, I almost cried. I
She's
was
done that many
so
times as well.
frustrated.
Not many times.
He looked at me and said, "What are you doing?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop
He's like,
talking to me.
Do you think that now, having seen us interact with other students, right, in your group, right, so like I treat you the same way I treat her, the same way I
Absolutely.
treat Jordan, the same way I treat whatever. Now
I
when
would
we
say
go back
Jordan.
to the one-on-one,
No, because I'm very.
it's still the same.
It's,
now
I'm
it's
very
like, yep, I see your
sensitive
fucking
to.
face. I don't. I hear.
I am
hear your
sensitive to
face.
what he thinks of me. Like one of my biggest concerns was is how he perceived me during this class.
Okay.
It is all. It doesn't matter
How do you
how
think he
much
perceives you
training
during
we
this class?
get. It's
Well, how do you think he does perceive you during this class now? After 3 days, do you feel like his perception has changed? Do you, are you
Smoldering
still?
Stop it.
Still yeah.
I think I've turned. What was the question?
Do you think his perception has changed? Do you feel like your understanding or the way you're like, oh, I'm gonna embarrass him? You're like,
I think I
you're
honestly
embarrassing
believe.
me. I mean, you should be embarrassing yourself.
I
Poop
honestly,
in your pants.
I don't think he ever thought badly of how I think that he thought I did pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just always perceived it. I didn't want to disappoint him. It was never like, dude, you suck. He never,
Yeah.
it was never, even when I did suck, he would never tell me that. Like, this is what you need to improve. But because it was coming from him, it's harder as your significant other. It's like, a little bit more than like coming from you.
It's a little dagger.
From Chad or
Yeah.
something.
Huh?
Yeah.
Anything else we need to add?
It's like a tornado going on.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so windy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
No.
No, it was.
Okay.
It's been an awesome camp.
No, I think this was good. I think the information that we got out of you guys, I think
It's eye-opening for me, for sure.
yeah, I think the bouncing back and forth with some of this stuff was
Girls,
was very good.
take the class.
Yeah,
Do
very
it.
good.
Just do it.
It's amazing.
Just take it.
All right, very good.
Cool.
All right, so guys, so that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. This is a good one. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the American Gunfighter Podcast. Be sure to listen next week. And please don't forget to leave us a review. Also, if there's a topic you'd like us to look into, please be sure to leave a comment.